If you want to, go ahead and get started in a minute. Do me a favor when the last person's in, let's go ahead and shut the door.
Right.
Coach, you all set?
Yes.
All right, I'll introduce you up. Welcome to the second press conference of the 2021 Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl. We have with us the national champions from the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, head coach Pete Fredenberg. We've got Kyle King, KJ Miller, and the MOP Micah Hackett with us. Coach, we'll open with comments from you about today's game, please.
This was an incredible game, and Kyle obviously did an awesome job leading our offense. I think that we have some prolific receivers, and Kyle put the ball on the money with all of them. They obviously had a strong interest in covering Brandon, and that opened up KJ Miller, who is, in my opinion, one of the best receivers in the country. And then defensively, felt like that the team really did a great job of trying to stop the run. The run was the bread and butter, and then they went to the air quite a bit. And Hackett had 3 interceptions, and I think we might have missed 1 fumble too. But incredible performance from a group of guys that have set out since 2019 to be back here in the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, and the commitment and the effort that they put together and worked so hard to get back here, it was truly remarkable to watch.
Go ahead and crack it up for questions now. I'll recognize you, announce yourself to coach and players, and I'll go ahead and ask 1 question at a time, and I'll keep going along. We'll come back to you for some more time here. We'll start with Eric here.
Eric Drennan, Temple Daily Telegram.
Hi, Eric.
Micah, you battled so many injuries this year. A bunch of games you didn't play. What's your feeling now? Now you're the most outstanding player. You've won the national championship. What's this ride been like?
I just look forward to playing with my brothers every game, and you always say you aim for a national championship, and to finally go out a national champion is just really a Cinderella ending to a senior year.
Keith Miller.
Just to follow on that, would you say it's a bit of a Cinderella ending for your career personally? There was a tweet this morning, like last ride with my brothers. Who knew you'd be driving? Have you ever had a game that good in your life?
I don't think so in my life. Honestly, I don't remember the game.
Good answer, man.
Go ahead, Keith, if you got a follow-up.
Defensively, was it refreshing, especially after such a back and forth first half, to see what Kyle, KJ, and the offense did in the second half? We thought it was going to be a close game.
Our offense is so explosive. I mean, I always have confidence in them. I always have confidence in our receivers. I think we have the best receiver core in the nation. So I knew they were going to put up points. So,
Greg.
Greg Thomas from D3Football.com. Kyle, after they run that opening kickoff back and you're down 7-0 before you get on the field, what goes through your mind when something like that happens and it's time to? It looks like it's going to be a high-scoring game for you.
Yeah, I really didn't expect them. That's kind of a fluke thing, I knew our defense would play well. There was no panic, if that was kind of your question. It's kind of take what they give you. Because at that point, you go out, let's say you throw a bad pass, trying to match the score, you throw a pick, and they go up 14-0, then it's a whole different ballgame. So I think our offense did a good job of staying patient and giving taking what they gave us, and getting on the board 7-3. It wasn't an ideal drive. We would have liked to score a touchdown, but it was a good start to get us going.
Second row, far side.
I'm Mike Popovich from the Repository in Canton. Kyle, when you see the plays that Michael makes, what's that do for you and the offense? How much of a lift does that give you guys?
Yeah. First of all, this dude, I've seen him do stuff in the rec gym that's unbelievable. Two-hand windmill dunks. He's one of the most athletic 230, 240-pound dudes I know. And seeing defense make big plays like that when your offense is hot, it's just such a boost. Because all you want, when you're on offense and you're rolling, all you want is the ball. So when your defense can give you the ball fast again, it's just like you're on top of the world, really. And, that's how you win football games. You trust your defense, and they trust us, and you build off each other.
Back, yeah.
Guys,
Matt Lively, KCN, nice to finally be in front of you instead of behind a computer screen. Coach, I want to know, after one title is vacated and you lose in 2017, what is it like to finally get the monkey off your back of a second Stag Bowl?
There's no feeling like it. I mean, just the effort and the camaraderie and the guys coming together, and it's just been an awesome ride. And I think that the COVID year was really a tough year, but it really helped us develop and grow some young players and develop them. And then when we won the championship and played the 5 games in the spring, I think it solidified our football team and where our goals would be and where we wanted to go. So the guys came back in the fall, and it was an incredible effort and an incredible job of leading a bunch of guys and pulling together to make them a unit of one, focused on one thing, and that's to win a national championship.
Hey, Coach and players, this is Okan with the New American Magazine. So when I pulled up earlier today, I got a chance to interact with the Football Alumni Association from 2004 to 2018, and they predicted that you guys were going to win. But one of the conversations I had with them is the player and alumni relationship with the current and past players. So how does their leadership help you guys in the locker room, doing games, or just in general?
Well, we really think that team chemistry is the thing that you really focus on, and it kind of solidifies the team concept of people that really truly love each other and care about each other to the point of almost being a servant leader, and so many of our guys are that way. And it goes since we started the program in 1998. There is a bond that has been developed with the Alumni Association and with these guys that it's so much fun to be a part of and to watch. And they truly love each other and care deeply about each other. It's awesome.
Any one of the players got to touch on that a little bit, just the interactions you have with your own alumni there, where Coach is talking about kind of building that process.
Like most of the players that was here, they basically know what we go through, so I mean it's kind of like a tradition thing. So basically, they come in, not do stuff for us, but make us feel home, like they're there for us. So.
Okay, we'll open it up to some more questions. Keep going for a few minutes. Go here, and then back there.
Kyle and KJ, the first round, the Trinity game, y'all called kind of ugly, wasn't it? Kyle didn't play the second round. And then y'all played with such confidence ever since then. Where did that come from? Where did that confidence in each other come from after those two games?
We're putting a lot of hard work together with each other, so, we're not just going downfall off one bad game. We're just going to forget about it, keep moving and working like we always do. So we just keep feeding off each other energy and just keep pushing each other hard each and every day.
Yeah. I thought KJ, Trinity was obviously not my brightest moment. Pretty embarrassing, actually. So I'm glad I got to bounce back from that. And KJ was always there to have my back, Even the game I didn't play, the week I didn't play, he was one of the ones that picked me up. And, it's all right, we're going to need you next week. And, that's pretty special about him. He's such a good player, but there's no selfishness in his whole body. And, that's kind of our team, Hackett, too. Hackett and Jacob Mueller, probably the two best linebackers in the ASC. They split reps during the game, same position. You don't ever see them throwing a fit about it. You don't ever see pouting about it. They never talk down on each other. And that's why we are where we are today.
I'd say you bounced back 436 yards and 3 touchdowns in the national championship game. Good job.
Yeah, man.
We'll go right here first. Identify yourself, too.
Chris Williams, KWTX TV in Waco. Micah, I heard you say after the game, we're number two. Can you just kind of talk about that extra motivation?
You just, every game you just find something to help motivate you. And to win a national championship, you got to prove some people wrong, and I'm just glad that we stepped up and we did it.
Was there ever a doubt that you guys were the best team in the country?
No, sir.
Kyle, I want to ask you, talking about Trinity, your injury during the regular season, Ryan kind of coming in, what were you telling yourself if you got this chance like you did tonight to start in the Stag Bowl?
Yeah, so I'd gotten turf toe, and it set me back for about 3 weeks. I never knew how bad of an injury it was. It kind of hurt worse than I thought it would. The Birmingham Southern game, that really had nothing to do with the turf toe. That was kind of a personal thing. But Ryan, I can't say enough about Ryan. He stepped up for 3 games and, dominated, honestly. And, it made me think, like, man, I better get my stuff together, else I can have a spot. And, seeing him throw that touchdown tonight, that was really cool for me, because I wanted Ryan to get that opportunity, because he has been such a pivotal part of this season and picking up where I have. When I slacked, he picked up and carried on just fine. He won a second. I think he scored 42 in the second round, And that dude's a player. And, me and him are really, really good friends. So seeing him do that tonight, that was probably the most special part of my night, honestly.
Hello, this is O'Connell again with the New American Magazine. So the success of the team is putting a lot of spotlights on high school players to look at D2 and D3 instead of just D1. So for those outgoing players, what are some of the message you would tell those looking at a smaller school, and when you will build in the relationship and just the success of a team on and off the field?
It's just directed at me.
All the seniors, including you as a coach.
Okay, the thing that I think that we are right in the heart of Texas. We get to recruit from Houston, Dallas, all around, and the university sells itself. It's a wonderful Christian environment where kids can go and people really care about their success academically and athletically. And I think that with the way that our teams have been structured and our program has grown, and the success that we've had, obviously our kids are interested, because when they want to. And the interesting thing is that there's high school kids that coaches absolutely love, and because of an inch here or 10 pounds there or whatever reason, they don't get a D1 scholarship, but they have a passion for the game. And that's who we love to recruit. And we rely on the Texas high school coaches a lot to give us guides that have that passion that way. All of us have a passion for this game, and to work and sacrifice like they do to achieve the success that they've had it says a lot about the kind of character that we have.
And if the players can kind of touch on that, to let people know the importance of either D2 or D3 or just coming to the school, the impact that you guys have made on and off the field.
Really what it all came down to, for me at least, was how much do you love ball? I just knew after high school I didn't want my career to be over, and I just knew that I wanted to be a great. So I'll play anywhere I need to just to play the game. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. My dad told me once that if you think you're D1 talent and you didn't think you earned it, then go somewhere else and be an All-American. Go somewhere and be great. And I think that's really what it comes down to.
For me, I came from a 2A school right there in Central Texas, pretty close to Belton. Graduated with 30 kids. Yeah, he did too. And the UMHB, for me, UMHB was that upper level. When I was in high school, me thinking I'm going to UMHB, that was big time for me. And it is big time because our program, we compete with other teams, I guarantee you. Our talent, that dude sitting right there, one of the most talented receivers in Texas, don't care what level. I promise you, put his film on, see him in practice. He's one of the most talented receivers in Texas. And he plays out of D3 school, so it's nothing to be ashamed about for kids in high school. There's great football in D3, and I just want to leave it at that.
Yeah, you had over 196, right?
GB did.
GB, okay.
He had 149.
Yeah, you were pretty impressive.
Thank you.
All right, it's kind of a two-part, starting with KJ. I mean, obviously he just said one of the most talented in the entire country, but you also have a couple other receivers in your locker room that are just, up there too. Is it hard to kind of share that balance throughout the year, where you see some games where Brandon Jordan's getting the reception, just kind of waiting for when it's your turn, or how do you balance that?
I mean, pretty much it's just whoever hot right now, like whoever turn it is, I mean, it's okay. It's fine to see him doing good. I mean, he worked just as hard as anybody else, so if he's doing good, I'll congratulate him. I'm just as happy as he is, so just sharing the love with him, I mean, I love to see that. I mean, I love to see everybody eating around me, so, I mean, it's good.
And Cal, for you, how nice is it to look to your left, look to your right, and see the receivers you have, the options you have on any given play?
Yeah, so I had, Brendan had 9 today, KJ had 9, and Brandon had 4. Down game for Brandon, but it doesn't matter because 2 other guys had 18. That's pretty special to me. Yeah, it's unbelievable the talent we had this year. I threw some bad balls today that were caught, and it's kind of been like that all year, They make me right. I'm never worried about throwing an interception because at the worst they'll knock it down. And for me, that's the biggest comforter I can have, is knowing the ball will not be intercepted because they'll make a play on it. And I thought Coach Lee did a great job today of putting our guys in situations to make plays. I still think he's underrated. I've said it before. He's one of the best offensive coordinators in Texas, I would say, no doubt about it.
Coach, we finished the way we started. Time for you to gush about your team here with final comments.
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back. Starting the program and reflecting back is an amazing journey for me and my family, and we have it's just been wonderful because all of my experience coming into this was in Division I, and when I took the job at Mary Hardin-Baylor and started dealing with Division III, I thought I would stay there 2 or 3 years and stabilize my young son's life. That was 24 years ago. Because what I have done is just fallen in love with the D3 atmosphere and the whole essence of it. And guys like this that play the game they love to play, do it unselfishly, care very deeply about people that are actually competing with them for positions. Hackett is Jacob Mueller's best supporter. When he's on the field, he's cheering for him and vice versa. And just like KJ said, any receiver that's successful, he's all about it. And that unselfishness and the camaraderie and the poise that they play with, it's just been an incredible experience for me.
Coach, KJ, Micah, Kyle, on behalf of the National Football Committee Division III